welcome to World Ring Wars, your home of everything action figure, pop culture, and rock and music. My name is Brett the Tank Downey, and this is my son, Crazy H. We're here to talk to you about some different things going on in the world today of pop culture, and to show you our recent acquisitions as far as figures go. And I'll do my metal minute here in a little bit. So, first of all, what's going on with your life this week, Hunter Downey?
I had a pretty easy week, actually.
Pretty easy.
Only 2 classes, and then the rest of the day I went on, well, the other 3 days, one day I had off because I didn't have to take a test everybody else was taking, and another day I went on a field trip, and then a third day I had a, what was it, a community service day. So it was an easy week.
Hey, and you worked for a food pantry, right?
Yeah, the food bank.
And where was your trip to? You had
At Ohio State Park, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I thought it seemed like you had a good week. Not pretty much going on my week. Band took the week off from practice for a much needed break, and then just been working on the videos thing, YouTube thing, and really have been enjoying doing it. So thank you guys that have checked us out so far. Fun day we had yesterday, and you can see the video on our channel. We went to a Walking Dead day at Calling All Heroes Comics in Wiley Ford, West Virginia, and I was dressed as a Romero Arrow style zombie walker, however you want to call it, and we did get a couple cool freebies. Hunter can show you his smooth.
Yes, I've been enjoying this greatly.
Yes,
so you can
yes,
see.
he got the Daryl Dixon tight mask.
Let's see.
And then you got a free Walking Dead comic for Walking Dead Comic Day, and a free Walking Dead bookmark. And then God loving Tate Griffin that has the shop. He gave everybody these. You want to hold that up there, Hunter? Same thing. Little Walking Dead Day pins. And he said he had to practically mortgage the comic shop to get them. So, but thanks to him for his hospitality again yesterday. We really enjoyed it.
Did he announce the rest of the giveaways by any chance?
I haven't seen. I've just seen the one. So hopefully we'll find out, because they had quite a few giveaways. So it'll be interesting to see who won. So what's new in the world of action figures, Hunter? You want to show them what we finally got this week?
Finally,
after we got lost in the mail once, and then it finally came, but we finally completed the bath.
The Build-A-Figure of Thanos from the first Infinity War wave. Looks great. My only major gripe with it is, and this isn't necessarily a designer's fault, I would say, but his head seems inhumanly small for his body.
Yeah, it looks like he has one of them shrunken heads or something. I don't know.
I mean, I know it's relatively
Besides
small,
that, ring is really cool.
Yeah, great.
I like the armor and everything on him, and the boots and the knee pads, I guess you would call them. But yeah, they look
gauntlet, of course,
look really cool. So, you know, and last time Lucas had knocked down our Black Order guys that we have so far. You want to hold them up there, Hunter? Talk about them a little bit.
This is the Proxima Midnight that came with, I believe it was it was Thanos' torso for that Build-A-Figure. She looks great. I mean, in terms of character, she met a horrible death, probably one of the worst. But you know, in terms of her contributions, she was pretty cool. You know. And then we get the second Avengers Infinity War Build-A-Figure. Great idea. Was, well, Black Dwarf of the Cold Obsidian, and he's just a giant. Like, you have to put tons of force just to move his joints. And he looks, again, incredible. Like, they're doing a really nice job with these.
Yeah, I'm really glad they announced that they're going to put the other 2 guys out. So we'll be ahead of the game as far as that goes. Hunter brought up a picture of them.
The other 2 guys. So we have Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive, and they look just as good.
Facts on them, maybe because I'm not sure. Hope you guys can see that. If not, I'll try to remember to put a link in the description
to the picture.
To the picture of them.
They look incredible. Like they'll be good. Once they have both of those, they'll be an amazing piece for any collector to have a complete set of 5.
Yeah, so definitely looking forward to them, you know, getting those guys and having the complete order. Now we did get this guy. He might be kind of hard for you. I don't know if it's China or Japan, but it's the Spider-Man. Yeah. Want to tell them a little bit about the Crazy H there?
Well, I mean, there's not much to say. Unfortunately, I gotta admit, I was a little disappointed with it. I mean, the figure looks great, but the articulation is very limited. Not enough for a standard Marvel Legends action figure, unfortunately. But that's why we kind of have sort of made a compromise with posing him, where I basically just used the little bit that they did give us and gave us sort of a jumping / swinging pose. But apart from that, it looks great.
Yeah, I like him. You know, aside from that, the thing about it is you know, the one they gave us over here didn't have the legs, and I have no idea why they didn't do that.
It was promotional, I believe.
Yeah, I guess it's because it came out ahead of the movie, and they were trying to like
nobody thought that
not make it so the legs were known.
It was kind of like what happened with Hulk in the trailers and the merchandise. Everybody thought Hulk was going to be in the final battle and stuff, but he wasn't.
Right.
So I think it was just misleading, which I hate when movies do that.
But yeah, we dig him, and then we took a little trip. What you gonna say?
I was trying to figure out how long ago we took the trip. Like a month or so?
Yeah, about a month
maybe?
ago. And we picked up these guys that we've been trying to get.
Among other things, which are scattered to and fro, but this is one we've been trying to get for a while. It's Psylocke. And looks
I think
great.
She's an awesome figure. She really looks cool. I would like to see him do an Olivia Munn version of her, because I'm a big Olivia Munn fan. But still was happy to get that one nonetheless. And then
the whole Apocalypse wave is just a knock out of the park.
Yeah, absolutely. Really dig them. And then we got the Chewie from the Solo movie.
Yes, the Target exclusive. He looks very nice. I like the design choice. How like they kind of gave him the sort of the same but different sort of look. You know, his bandolier, instead of being just one over the shoulder, he's got like a second piece attached to it. He's got a different blaster right now instead of his bowcaster, and then, you know, the goggles, of course, they're the newest addition and probably the most memorable thing about him. And I didn't notice recently until watching the movie that he actually wore them, but he told me that there was
it's on the train scene.
Yeah, I did not even notice it, so I was glad to finally get some clearance on that.
Yeah, so that's the, I guess, newest acquisition that we have. I want to give a shout out to my good friend Ryan Adam, who, if you guys don't know, Five Below has been getting in a lot of the Marvel Legends, and I'm trying to build Manus. So he sent me a couple of them that he picked up for me at the Five Below, because we don't have one around here. But I want to thank you for them. Hunter already custom for his shelf. You told him about your shelf you're making.
Yeah, I began to notice in these, like, there were a couple guys, like, at first I was just kind of prone on just getting Marvel Cinematic Universe figures, but then I began to look at some of these, and I'm like, these guys actually look kind of cool. So then I began researching the actual characters, and I was like, wow, these guys, like, don't get enough credit. They're a lot cooler than people actually recognize them as being. So I started this kind of, like, underrated, like, Marvel shelf downstairs, and I added them to it. Well, the Rocket and Groot, because we already have a Rocket and Groot up here on our own Marvel shelf, so I'm kind of starting my own Guardians, because who doesn't love the Guardians of the Galaxy?
They're just awesome.
I mean,
I really hope they can work everything out and do another movie, and I hope Batista gets, you know, straightened out. I realize he has the whole bromance with
your attachment, like,
with Gunn, but you know, I really hope they were able to do another movie, because they're just awesome. Been awesome films so far. So
seriously, and the other thing about these is, of course, you know, New York Comic Con happened recently, and there's been all kinds of new figure announcements. Marvel Legends, in addition to, let's see, the Black Order, you have Beta Ray Bill. It's exciting. I'll definitely be getting him. Wasn't Kingpin up there in the running?
Yeah, I think so. I really would like a nice Kingpin, because I don't have one. Yeah.
Of course, there's Professor X in his little chair. We know that Archangel's been floating around here and there. He'd be nice to get someday at some point. You know, Gambit's coming up. That's exciting. And then there's also the second, and probably I'm going to call it the Black Panther wave we all wanted, because the first Black Panther wave, unfortunately, was a little bit of a letdown. It had a couple neat ones, but it was mostly, a little bit of a, they could have done better, unfortunately.
Right.
But fortunately, they've been making up for it with tons of other new releases. And then in terms of the Black Series, there was a whole slew of new stuff that was mentioned. Personally, I'm excited for one of my favorite characters because I was a kid.
He looks sweet
I was a
too,
kid.
man.
I was growing up when the prequels were out, so I had a bit of attachment to him. But I'm excited for General Grievous. I mean, look at him. He's got his cloth cape. He's got all 4 lightsabers, all 4 arms. He'll be amazing to display. It just occurred to me that's another one we need to pick up is Moloch from Solo.
Yeah, we do.
Eventually, if we can find
we
him.
can find him. Not
I've
have
been
much
seeing
luck around
stuff,
here.
Here
He's probably
and
hiding
there.
out with General Veers somewhere because we're
Yeah,
trying to find him.
I've been hearing stuff that like he's floating around, Piet's floating around. Apparently, the new patrol trooper from Solo is. Other releases we're going to be getting, like Ezra is exciting, Dengar, Disguised Lando, a couple re-releases, so like Anakin, Yoda, and Scout Trooper from way back when they were first starting the Black Series. So that'll be cool. I like that idea that they're giving people the opportunity to grab the ones that they, now because on the aftermarket they're going for ridiculous prices. Like I remember trying to look for a Darth Maul for this guy, and they're like $75 because of how old they are. So that's really generous of them that they're doing that.
Right.
And I think in turn that's going to give them a whole better profit.
I know I'm hoping to pick up some from it. That's for sure.
There's a few other things like also the Vintage Collection Sail Barge playset. Remember that? That looks amazing. And then there's a couple new Force Effects lightsabers, Darth Maul, Mace Windu, and Obi-Wan from Episode 1, 3, all 3 of which I want.
Tons of good stuff.
If they just do Count Dooku's curved blade, I'm going to be satisfied. If they just do that, but, all of them look great. And then there were a few other, small pieces here and there that they were releasing. But it looks like we got some very exciting stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year coming up, I think.
I just remembered Val and Rio Durant from Solo were also in the releases, and Chopper. There's just the list goes on.
Yeah, I need me a good Chopper. I'm interested in getting all the guys.
We still need Sabine from Rebels from the Black Series.
I really love that show. Want to move on to news?
No, sure. If you wish.
If I wish. So the big news still is Venom is still killing it at the box office. It's just crazy. I still haven't been to see it. Might try to sneak out this week and catch a matinee.
We don't know who to believe.
Yeah, but I think one of the factors, and I talked about this a little bit last time. I think when it's release time, because there's nothing else out right now, and that's why I keep going back to when I talk about the Solo movie is. You had
part of it had to do with
that. I mean, you had 2 other awesome films with Avengers and Deadpool out at the same time.
I think people mistaked boycotting Solo for spending their money on tons of other cool stuff that was out at the time. That
And I besides a couple of things, talked last time, I like Solo. So, but yeah, just leave in the comments what you thought of Venom. I'm sure we're gonna have good and bad, but
of course. There's one other thing about it, right?
What's that?
There's gonna be carnage.
Yes, we got the Woody Harrelson Carnage sneak peek. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm excited though. Who doesn't like Woody Harrelson? Come on.
Yeah, awesome.
He's a win. He's in everything.
Let's see next news item. Iron Fist has been canceled on Netflix. I liked season 2. I thought it was all right. So I was kind of bummed when I heard that. He's still going to make appearances in the other adaptations. Honestly, after Daredevil, he was probably my second favorite because I've not been much on Luke Cage at all. I'm a music guy, and it's just like, that 70s.
It's an Easter egg. It's supposed to.
It just gets me, but you need to have your mustache on for that, and you guys will know what I'm talking about there. But yeah, man, I'm kind of bummed out about that, but and that that leads to another thing. If you guys haven't seen it, the new Daredevil trailer's out, and the Rotten Tomato guys have given us real good scores so far, and I'm just really excited about this coming season. It looks like Bullseye's going to be the one of the big baddies, and the Kingpin's going to be back, and I love it because they finally put the Kingpin in his iconic white tuxedo type outfit, and he just looks unreal. And there's rumors he could possibly make an appearance in a Marvel movie down the road. So that would be awesome if they finally did like a TV and film crossover of some sort. So I really look forward to that. And I know the fight scenes are just incredible. Oh, and moving on, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow movie got a $15 million deal to make the Black Widow film. What do you think? You think that's going to be awesome?
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
I've been wanting that
She
for...
deserves it.
Right, I've been wanting it for some time. I think
it's like, she's been great in all the Avengers so far, but I think it's time that, we actually get to explore her character much more, because we've only really gotten things alluded to about her past. It'd be really nice to see, what all kinds of, and you could have so much fun with it. You could do some really messed up stuff if you wanted to, in terms of her being a spy and working for, I guess it would be the Soviets or whatnot. At least it would have been in the comics, back in the day. But I think she definitely deserves it. She's been kicking butt in the movies. So I hope that it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think we'll be too. I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be interesting to see how it all pans out down the road. And while we're talking about awesome women in the films, show them the pic that has everybody talking.
Just behold Ruby Rose as freaking Batwoman. I mean, if you want a description of a costume in something that looks like it jumped out of the page of a comic, this is your perfect example right there.
And there was all kinds of controversy when she got the role, but she looks like she's going to definitely kill it in the costume, that's for sure. And I mean, just imagine that being a hot toy. I mean, that would just look incredible. So definitely looking forward to see what comes about as far as that goes. What's that?
Hot toy. We got Bucky for Infinity
War.
Oh
yeah, they got the new Bucky. Man, he looks really. I mean, I was flipping through my Facebook, and I mean, it looked just like him. It's like so crazy. How good they're doing it. So definitely, looking forward to all them, and best wishes to Scarlett and Ruby Rose and their upcoming outings. And you heard about the Tobey Maguire
Oh gosh,
rumor?
Yeah, this is hilarious.
He is, the fans want him to be a pizza guy in the new Spidey flick.
If they do it, they better have him say pizza time. Whenever, maybe somebody shuts the door, he's like, pizza time, and
But Tom is wanting him to be Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
So it would be so cool,
Either way.
to bring it all together by just him having an appearance or something. But I think that would be really cool. So we'll see if that rumor pans out or anything.
That reminds me, talking about Far From Home. You've seen the pictures of Jake as Mysterio?
Oh yeah, man! The costume looks like it's going to be real. I can't wait to see him with the dome on his head. Mysterio is my favorite Batman villain. Your Spider-Man villain with all the crazy. Things he did as far as
tricking, hallucinations.
Making hallucinations and that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see, where to go with that. On the movie front, as I'm sure many of you know, James Gunn, who unfortunately went through the whole stuff too with Guardians.
He just bit back at Marvel hard.
He's going to be doing the new Suicide Squad.
Which
Squad
that
2.
is the dream come true, because I know that the first Suicide Squad kind of had some people liked it, some people didn't, some people just thought it was okay, but get the guy that did Guardians of the Galaxy to do Suicide Squad. If he brings that exact same flavor or something similar to Suicide Squad 2, they could make that movie awesome, literally amazing, because it's the same sort of idea, a band of kind of misfits and troublemakers, and all kind of having to band together, a lot of what the first Guardians was about.
Right, man. I'm going to see what he does with it, man. I'm sure it'll definitely be much cooler than the first. Not that I mind the first, but I mean, a lot of people had their issues with it. And this brings me to next little piece of news I've seen on the Star Wars front. And I didn't realize she didn't have one, but Mark Hamill is petitioning to try to get Carrie Fisher a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I had no idea she didn't even have one. So let's hope as fans and everything we can help make that happen, because it was such a loss when she suddenly passed, and it'd be nice to have her honored like that, and I'm sure him and maybe even Harrison Ford would be on hand for something like that. So.
This reminded me of Mark Hamill. Remember, we've been watching his
Yeah, if you haven't checked that out, his pop culture show. I think it's on the Roku channel. Yeah. But check it out. It's really cool. He has this little puppet guy. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, he's like the little. If anyone remembers the old Ewok movies or the TV movies, he's like this little puppet guy. It's like the one little critter that would always go around with him. I don't know why I remember that,
but yeah, check it out, man. It's been pretty cool when he goes around and looks at people's stuff and everything. So you get a hand.
Sends people too. So
right. So that's about it as far as news. Do you think anything else?
You did write down the Aquaman trailer.
Oh yeah, Aquaman trailer.
We finally watched it.
The big one's out. It is awesome looking, man. We finally the new one came out this past week, and it just looks like it's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, like part of this, everybody's
Black
like,
Manta looks sick.
Yeah,
the new figures look sick. I mean,
oh yeah, that's true.
Because we looked at them up in our figures
I just
bid.
love this.
You can
Prior
check
to
out.
like this coming out, everybody was like, "There's no way they can do an Aquaman movie that could actually be
right,
cool."
right.
And then they were just like, you know what? We're gonna do it. So good for them.
So yeah, definitely check it out.
Nicole Kidman looks like she's kicking butt in it, which is not what I expected.
Yeah, well, I think everything looks awesome. So it's excited. It looks like DC's gonna have a home run with this one, and I'm sure they, like with Wonder Woman, it both of those two. So maybe that'll get them back where they should be. Because just such a good group of characters to work with. Well, I guess it's time for the Metal Minute. We'll move back here by me, and I'll do the. At least he was up there so he could show you guys stuff. Hopefully you've seen it. If not, I'll try to remember to put links and all in the description of some of the stuff we've talked about. But the Metal Minute, for those you don't know, I've been singing bands forever, and I'm currently in a band called Relic that plays in the Western Maryland area. I know a lot of guys that are into the rock and stuff also like all this kind of stuff we like. So in the news this week, new Rock and Roll Hall of Fame people that are up for it were announced, and for the rock and roll, it's Def Leppard and Rage Against the Machine. Still, they are totally ignoring a lot of guys like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. They're both not in there. It's just amazing that they're not in there, and Pantera, and the list goes on and on. So, I hope them guys at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame get their act together with that, because some people like Priest or Frog Halford, they're getting up there in age. It'd be nice to see them get in before they pass away, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then the big goofy news this week is rock singers' health. And some of these guys are getting up there, but Ozzy Osbourne, do your Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne.
He had hit his hand on something and let it go, and it got infected like his stomach. So he had a hand operation the past week or so ago, and he's having another one. So he has two nasty infections that are trying to get cleared up his hand. So he's still hospitalized. And there's Lucas came and joined us. Foxy, if you're watching, there he is. Some more Lucas for you. But yeah, man. Best wishes and happy health to Ozzy. Hopefully he can get his hand straightened out. They canceled some tour dates, and they're going to reschedule them from what Sharon Osbourne was saying. And then I feel so bad for poor Stephen Pearcy, singer of the 80s iconic heavy metal band Rat. He apparently needs a knee or a hip replacement. I forget which one it is, but he's been on heavy painkillers while they're trying to tour. It's at least his version of Rat. It's him and the bass player and some new guys. But and he's just had a couple concerts where he's mixed painkillers with alcohol, and I mean, it's just been. If you guys find the videos online, I won't share them because I don't want to share nasty things like that. I'm just telling you this because I really hope he gets straightened out. But he was just, he just couldn't perform. I mean, he's like laying on the drum riser and mixing up the words and everything. But hopefully he'll get straightened out, and just like I say, a lot of these guys are starting to get up there. And it'll just be nice to see, if they can get straightened out. So, And if the time comes that they need to shut the door on touring that, that's what they be. Your health's more important. And a lot of people are concerned too with Vince Neil, Motley Crue's health. He's on the solo work now that Motley's disbanded, and he's apparently, I'm not one to talk about anybody getting big or anything, but he's apparently put on a lot of weight, and people have really been concerned about his health too. So hopefully all these guys can get healthy. We did have some birthdays this week though in the metal community. David Lee Roth, 64 years old, man. Van Halen was like my big favorite band growing up, so I can't believe he's 64. But both the Van Halen singers, and Sammy Hagar, he turned 71 this week. And I'll think of the meme of him and Bill Clinton, Sammy had this big party life and everything, and he looks like he's younger than me.
Yeah.
And, Bill Clinton just looks ancient.
Drained his soul out.
But, of course, that would go with stress. I wouldn't even want the stress of thinking about running the country. But, yeah, them guys. Who else had birthdays?
Well, there's Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman had a birthday. He was, what?
50.
Yeah, my age now. I shouldn't have said that, but...
It's just kind of, that is nuts to think that the guy who basically was my favorite superhero is now old enough to be my father. You know what I mean? It's a weird
He's old enough to be your father for some time. So.
Oh, well.
But yeah.
It's funny.
It seemed like there was somebody else, but I'm trying to think who it was.
I can't remember it.
But, as far as all our kind of stuff, you had a birthday too. So happy birthday to all them guys. So what we got coming up to look forward to as far as in the world of figures and collecting and movies go? I've been trying to think.
Well, as mentioned earlier, tons of neat Black Series Marvel Legends all coming our way. Looks like they're really taking it to the next level again, upping up their game.
Right. I'm looking forward to completing the couple Build-A-Figures I'm trying to do. I'm still trying to get Manus. I need her legs and head, and then Koye. I need her head and legs. So if anybody out there has any parts we're not using, hit me up on social media, and maybe we can work out some kind of deal, because I'm trying to get them and not sell my soul and pay an arm and a leg for them to get them. But yeah, again this week I'm off, no shows till the last week of the month. I'm doing a couple Halloween shows. One in Hoovers in New Creek, West Virginia, and then one in the Red House Soundstage over in Ridgely, West Virginia. So looking forward to both those. Got a DJ show that Crazy H and I, we do DJ work on the side. We're doing a DJ wedding on Halloween, so that's going to be cool, really cool. Shout out to them guys. Speaking of weddings, I want to say congratulations to Tucker and Sammy. One of the podcasts I watch all the time is their show on, and they just do all kinds of hard renovation work and dumpster dive and yard sale, picking, scrapping. They're just a really fun couple to watch. He's a really good skateboarder and surfer and all too. So congratulations to them. I guess we can wrap things up. So a couple shout outs. Thanks Big Dub for all your advice through Facebook Messengers this past week. Thank you for checking out the video. Really appreciate that, and really enjoyed your Mall of America tour. And okay, so till next time. Again, as I was saying, we got cut off because of the camera. Foxy, thank you for shouting out on my podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and just thank you guys for taking time to watch our show. Till next time, for Crazy H, I'm Brett the Tank Downey. We'll see you real soon. Keep rocking. Just remember to do one nice thing for somebody this week, one random act of kindness.
The words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other.
Yes. Peace. Is it recording? Is there a light that comes on?
Yes, there's a freaking light that comes on.
Let me look through the thing to see if it's on.
Yes.
Okay,
you're
stop
fine.
it. Stop it and start it over.